Carolina to West Africa. And in our family were about 12 or 15 trunks, small trunks, big trunks. The story goes, Granddaddy Albert was also going to go back to West Africa. Well, he could go to West Africa. And before he got to go, garbage ships were, you know what happened. They said they were not seaworthy. But you know, anything that we have, it gets what? Canceled, impossible. You're not seaworthy. They even got the nerve to say, this man is not worthy to be president. He's best thing since Abraham Lincoln.
All right.
Because he could outthink the other side.
That's right.
You know, someone is always saying in Atlanta, while the other side is playing checkers, he's playing chess. And you know the difference. Okay, this man, Albert Dingle, was going to go back to West Africa, or go to West Africa. And I asked people from West Africa now, do you know any Felders over there? And they said yes. But my granddaddy addressed their ships, their boats, and they made it to West Africa. And the Felders are in West Africa today. My granddad, he wrote beautifully enough. We don't know where he got his education from, but he was a well-educated man. And you guys from the low country, you know about the Ravenels and politics? Yeah. They're all Republicans. I have a book now that my granddad was given by one of the Ravenels. He dealt with the Ravenels. My mother said he ordered his seeds and everything from the Ravenels in Charleston. He dealt in business with the very rich white people. That's Granddaddy Albert. I have a lot of his handwriting. He bought 52 acres of land, and Esther and Thelma own 26 acres of that land today that Granddad bought. I have the receipt where he paid $700. I showed it to Alonzo this past year. He paid $750 down for that land in 1909. What was $750 in 1909? About how much money? That was a lot of money in 1909. He paid $750 down cash, and he owed the rest of it at the end of the year, which he paid. He left an inheritance for his children, and Esther is his child's child. So he left an inheritance for his children and his children's children. Now, the way we divided our property, that left me out of that particular part, because there was another portion of land which Enoch and I said, okay, we'll take that, and you and Charles take this one. This young man and my brother Enoch were at a Masonic meeting, and someone said, hey, Dingle, and both of them jumped up and turned around, and they looked alike. And then they looked at each other, who you? That's how they met. There's a way that God has connected this family. I want to instruct you for one thing. I told Rosalind, and I want to tell every other parent in here, as Judge Judy says, if your teenager's mouth is moving, they're lying. So let me say, if your sweet, innocent baby come home from school and say, we ain't had no schoolwork today, we ain't had no homework today, they lying. They didn't listen. They are just as sweet and earnest and loving as they could be. But they would rather play than do their work. Don't let a child tell you that they sat in a schoolhouse all day long and they did not have any work to do when they got home. You see, my mom was born 1895. She'd be 118 if she were living today. And she never asked me, do you have any schoolwork? You know what she said? Do your schoolwork. There's a difference. And you give the child an out when you ask, do you have any schoolwork? And the child understands that they're bright. They know that you don't want to do it. They know that you don't want to recheck it, you know. So if they don't have any, that lets you out. They know when you give them an out. Kids are smart today. So tell the child, do your schoolwork. Another thing you can tell them, I want you to go to school every day.